Do it.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
I did it.
Wait. It's high noon.
Okay.
Alright. We're done.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our July live chat. July live chat. Our July chat.
Jalila sounds
You
like
probably
a
know
summer
who
name.
we are. It does, right? But our names are up above our heads.
Jalila.
So if you don't know who we are, we don't even have to introduce ourselves anymore.
Stream has begun and the audio is synced properly, says Aiden.
Yes! Thank you. Perfect.
I guess
That's what we like to hear.
I am perfect. You're right.
I mean, I guess we can introduce ourselves anyway, just because it's a thing. So, hey, Jay, everybody. I'm AJ, and you see me in a lot of the videos here, and I write and direct them.
I introduced myself. What more do you want from me?
You're not going to say anything else about yourself?
Oh, sure, whatever. I'm Peter, obviously, and I do tech stuff and other stuff. You've probably seen me in Hello Neighbor.
Oh, I was a neighbor in that whole neighbor musical. That's me. Okay. What do we need to know about you, Miss Bird?
I do whatever they don't.
Okay. That sounds reasonable.
Like flying. She flies.
I do.
She is a bird.
Where's waffles for hats?
I'm basically Sakamoto.
Bleeds avocado sauce.
Well, I mean, I am Californian, so that is theoretically
There you go.
possible.
Has weird hairs growing out of the back of her neck.
That is true.
Don't we all, though?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, we do. We all got weird hairs growing out of the back of Oh!
It's not usually there on me because I shave my head.
Oh,
I
that's
usually
true.
shave that. But it's growing.
Hey, hairless one.
I'm Nate.
Tell us about yourself.
You probably recognize me most as Eggman, but Eggman hasn't shown up.
I know
You
you
look
as
nothing
Tingle.
like Eggman
But,
at the
oh,
moment.
Tingle, yeah. If you really are a big fan, you know me as Tingle. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're not.
Just to give you some basic rules, if you have a question, type question in all caps at the beginning of your comment, and that will allow us to kind of hone in on your question a bit more. Don't spam like that I just saw pop up.
That'll
What
get
he
you timed
means is
out.
a bunch of emojis, because
For instance.
emojis are bad.
Well,
They're not helpful
a
in
few emojis
questions.
are
Well,
fine.
yeah, like if you want to go, I love you guys, heart, 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 that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you want to, like, just, go heart, 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 truck, dancing woman, whatever else you want to put on there, like, no, stop that.
Yeah.
That's nonsense.
Don't be mean. Don't be crude. Don't be rude.
Listen to your moderator. Your moderator today is Aiden, so
Yay.
respect him. He's a good guy who moderates a lot of our chats for us. He's our only moderator today, so don't overwhelm him. Be on your best behavior.
And if
he won't
does-
put up with it
Because
today.
if you do overwhelm him, then I'm going to come out. I'm not as nice as he is.
True. If he does time you out, just know that there is a good reason. Think about what you just posted and consider why he might have timed you out for it, and then don't do that again.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
It means you
solution.
can continue to participate in the chat as long as you follow the rules. So do that.
Delicious coffee.
Anything else? Oh, if your question today is, can you make a blank musical? Like whatever that blank is, the answer is probably maybe. So you don't need to ask, can you make a whatever musical? We'll do some musicals, we won't do some musicals. We can't confirm or deny pretty much anything you ask today.
Yes.
If your question is, are you making a Bendy musical? Yes, we are. That hasn't changed.
Please note that nowadays on the bottom of the screen is a little ticker with some information that we feel is important, including Batum is in production.
Okay, so.
Oh, and Super Chat.
And Super Chat. If you guys want to have very special questions, I don't know how to do it, but there is a system.
It's a box down there.
It's right below where you write a comment. There's a little
Oh,
money
next to the
symbol
face,
with-
yeah, there's
Yep,
got a little,
next
it's
to
a super chat. So if you super chat us, your question will be highlighted for everybody. Super chat involves money, so be responsible. Don't take your parents' credit card or your credit card and do irresponsible things with it.
Yes.
And yet, we welcome
Unless
it,
you're an
so-
adult. If you do irresponsible things as an adult, we won't stop you because we do it too.
Sure.
Yeah, we live irresponsible lives, so what do you know? Okay.
I mean, yesterday I used a saw without a drill without eye protection.
Good eye protection.
Oh,
Sort of eye protection,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I did
Those
wonder
are
if
nice
this is-
glasses. Why are you going to try to chance to ruin them?
he's a rebel.
because I'm a rebel,
You're done.
what will I become?
Sometimes they're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ready to answer some questions now?
Yeah, let's do
Is that
it.
good? All right.
No.
I've already highlighted this one. It's from Matt Hatter's son, who says, "How was the bendy animation? Using the clay animation is the hardest way to work."
We're not using clay. Da da
We are
da.
using clay.
Da, 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 da.
No, you're not.
There's a
Yeah.
combination. There's like 3 different animation styles going into this project, which you wonder why it's taking so long. We've got traditional stop motion animation that is done with models. We've got hand animation being done on the model's face to make Bendy more lively. And then we've got claymation, which is another form of stop motion animation,
ink.
going on for all the ink monsters. There will be ink monsters in this. So anyway,
There you go.
it's a great big hybrid. And the other funny part about this question is
And you're going to be able to do this in a month.
Nope.
we haven't done the Bendy animation yet. We literally haven't started yet. We're still finishing the set.
Yesterday we were really excited because we finally got back from the convention, got all of our we're tired out, and then started working on building the set. And we got like 2 walls done, a
Yeah.
couple prop pieces.
Yeah. So we're proud that we've been making progress.
But-
And a little bit later, I think we'll show you a piece from the set. But just know that we are still working on it, and it's just really slow going because this is a super involved project, and we know you guys care a lot about it. So we don't want to just cash it in and make something really sloppy if we can make something awesome.
Mouse.
Mouse.
He highlighted a question, though, so don't go away yet.
Yeah, this is a different question. In fact, I thought it was a good one for Nate to give a little background on. You want to read it too?
Gregor Shanley asks, what was the idea behind making this YouTube channel?
So this YouTube channel is based on one video that we actually made about a year before the channel started. What was the idea? What was that video and what was the idea
It
behind that
was
one?
for Sonic the Hedgehog's 19th birthday, a contest run by Sega, and me and AJ made a musical about Sonic to show our devotion to Sonic, which if you've seen our channel,
Did you actually have a devotion to Sonic, or was it just something that
we
everyone
like
else-
Sonic, but I
He
don't.
had like Sonic Adventure
I don't
2,
think we
Battle,
were.
and I.
There were people who entered who were
done
like
some Sonic.
super Sonic mega fans.
Yeah, I had the
Okay.
Sonic Mega collection.
But their
by then.
videos, not to poo poo on them, were just like, here is my collection of Sonic swag I have in my house. Look at my sick doll and all this stuff. Like, we can do something that is creative and shows appreciation for Sonic that isn't just check out all my Sonic stuff. I'm cool. I like Sonic.
Yeah, we can
Not
make
to-
this
not to
entertaining.
poo-poo on
Not to poo poo on people who like Sonic, but anyway, we won that contest. If you haven't obviously seen it, you probably have.
It's on this channel
it's
now.
Needle Mouse the Musical. We won the contest, flown out to Japan, formed a relationship with Sega. I moved back to New York, and then a year later, probably,
Yeah.
Peter and AJ, you can continue the story there.
And that's where Peter and I, having already made a failed YouTube channel that was just sketch comedy stuff, talked about maybe taking what we'd done with Needle Mouse and expanding that to other games because Sega had liked, our Sonic one. Maybe Nintendo would like a Mario one, or the Game Freak would like a Pokemon one, or whatever it was. So we decided to test that out with Singachu and see whether we could recapture the same kind of audience and like excitement that we had with Needle Mouse the musical. And so we did.
Yeah, and like when we did the Ganondorf song, people loved it, and when we did the Pac-Man song, even more people loved it. EA didn't want a Dead Space one.
When we did the Dead Space, a few people loved it.
Like
Like
500?
6 or 8 people loved it. Yeah.
And when you
Nah, a lot of you guys love
one,
it now.
What?
The Pong, the Power of Pong
the
one.
Power of Pong.
Even more people loved it. You know what? I'm kind of disappointed. Not as many people love the Arms one we just made as I was kind of
Yeah.
hoping.
The
I'm
song is so
disappointed
good.
people don't like the Samus one.
Samus the Spaceman Cowboy?
That video has an egregiously low amount of views.
This sounds like a question that's going to come up later. Oh gosh,
Because
darn
it's
it.
not
There we go.
indie.
Sorry.
It's okay. So yeah, if you haven't checked out some of those ones, maybe take a look out there for Samus the Spaceman Cowboy. Let's do that one. That one could use a little more love than I think is getting.
Oh, there's a question about Tingle.
Yeah. Okay. I'll ask you, Nate. Oh, why am I
did you
dragging
do
the
to
whole
the
thing?
chat?
I don't know. It's
I
just turned
don't-
into an image
that was
instead
weird.
of. I can't highlight anything now.
I don't know. what's
Okay.
going on.
Whatever happened, I can't do the thing now. Question from Spencer Harrison.
I gotta get Firefox.
How does it feel, I'm assuming, to be seen in a tight suit by a lot of people?
I don't care.
Oh, how did you
It's
do that?
fine.
Magic. There you go.
Somebody commented, somebody commented on the video once, being like, "Why did Nate agree to do this?" And I was like, "Well, this was Nate's idea, so that's why I agreed to do it." It was a running gag.
He's been asking for like years.
Yeah, we've continually joked that as soon as I moved out here, we should do a Tingle musical,
And then we did.
and then we did, and it got not very many views because people don't like Tingle apparently.
Indeed.
But
Let's touch this one too.
I hurt you.
No.
Oh, we got
Oh,
the super
$5.
chat.
Oh, we'll have to do that first. What do I do? Click on it?
I think so.
It
I mean,
will
Should it
eventually
be?
show up over there.
Oh, there we go.
yeah.
All right, so Silverfang Gaming just super chat us $5 and asked, "What are some of your favorite things to do in the summer when not making videos?" Well, that's an excellent question, Silverfang. I want to call you Summerfang because I was thinking about summer. Who's got some favorite things they do in the summer?
Go to the beach.
Go to the beach.
We don't do that much.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
we were trying to make it like an annual thing, but we
Yeah.
haven't gone to the beach yet this year. I was trying to go. We had our one of our moderators, Nefenjo, who's not in the chat today, here to visit actually recently. We wanted to take her out mini golfing because I like mini golf. I think it's a fun experience.
Turns out she doesn't.
Well, like nobody but me does. Nobody likes mini golfing as
Instead,
much
we
as I
played
do.
1-2 switch.
Which I lost terribly at, and that made me really sad because I thought I was good at it, and apparently I'm not good at it. I was lucky at it a few times. Those are some favorite things.
Miss Bird and I recently learned that putting a blanket in the grass outside and just laying down and staring at the stars is really nice. And listening to podcasts.
Okay. All right.
But you can't
fair.
do that in the winter because it's cold.
I like smashing watermelons. I discovered it by watching anime one time.
There's
and,
a
like,
video about that on our channel.
And they all like went to the beach and they were like, let's smash watermelons. And I was like, this looks like fun. So one year I got a bunch of people together, blindfolded and a wooden stick, and we just took watermelons and we ate them. And it was actually really fun.
Huh.
Stupid, but fun.
Okay.
You also like smashing potatoes.
Well, that's when I'm mad.
Or hungry.
Or that.
Oh.
Yeah. Going to conventions, because it is con season. AX is going on right now, so if you're at Anime Expo and somehow watching this, have fun. We're not there. Everybody who just went to VidCon, hopefully you had fun. Sorry we didn't see you. We were at SODACCon having an awesome time, so if you didn't go to SODAC but you live near South Dakota, consider going there next year. It was a really great convention.
Oh, I like drinking more in the summer. Because, like, there's all those, like, fruity tropical drinks, like pina coladas and Mai Tais and
Touche.
stuff like that.
Nice.
Touche.
It's always more fun to drink in the summer.
Uh-huh.
Just
Anybody
like,
else?
will we not talk about drinking?
I don't care, whatever. I mean, if you're not old enough to drink, then that's probably not relevant to you.
Or it is,
Or-
and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, or consider your life choices.
Or it is relevant to you because you drink with your mom.
I
Yeah,
was
stay safe.
17 when I snuck some cherry brandy out of the cupboard.
Gasp. Don't.
I think there is some kind of provision for in a lot of states you're allowed to drink underage if you're in your house with your
In the
parents.
state of
might
California,
be.
I could have gone to jail.
Nice.
Okay. We don't endorse breaking the law wherever
Yes.
you live. So whatever your laws are, do your best to stay within those, or maybe just be safe as much as possible. Zekron Plays. I love the FNAF musical. It's what brought me to your channel. Probably not alone in that. Do you think you could make more FNAF themed musicals?
Well,
No.
Isn't this
No.
one of those things that you just mentioned?
Yeah, we sort of already answered this question. actually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We did.
We could.
We
Yeah.
could. We're
We've
not
definitely
actively
talked
looking
about
to,
We
but-
have no explicit plans
Uh-huh.
to do so. It's not out of the question. I
Yeah,
mean,
if you're thinking about people like getting back people like Mark or Nate or Matt, those are hard people to wrangle any time with, let alone all at the same time.
and
with.
also, every year that goes by, it gets even harder because all of us get bigger.
Yeah, bigger, busier,
Yeah, Mark
harder to
is on
schedule.
tour.
Technically, yeah,
And I get bigger.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Technically, to work with Mark, you're supposed to talk to his agent now. So go figure between us first, like just emailing with him, and now him being represented actually by somebody in Hollywood, like an actor.
She's right.
So those are things. Okay, who wants to do this one?
Oh, sure, whatever. Retro Beetle question: what is the current situation concerning the Smash Brotherhood series?
Have you guys met that tier on Patreon yet? If you haven't, that answers your question.
We've talked about taking down that tier because honestly, it
Yeah.
seems more likely that we will become so big and so powerful that we can just summon animators for it. And when I say animators, I don't mean fans from the internet who try to animate. We're talking about actually hiring a team because that's the kind of work we're talking about. We did put out a video and we did talk about trying to just get some fans to help with it. And then we realized that's too much work. We cannot possibly come up with so many people with so much talent all at the same time to work on one
Also,
thing.
labor laws get in the way of that too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because like if you have like a kid, it's different than hiring an
Yeah.
adult. So then you have to
Yeah.
like know all of that.
Yeah, there was
mumbo
one.
jumbo.
There was one promising person who actually had a pretty good reel, but they were both underage and in Canada, and we weren't sure what the labor laws were going to do against that, and so we had to just kind of drop that lead, which was really a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute question.
What?
Co-op Gaming asks, when did Peter and AJ meet and how long have they been friends?
Oh.
I don't think
When we're not friends.
Well, it's been over 10 years now, I think.
Yeah, over 10
Shots
years.
Yeah.
We met like a couple
Fall
weeks
2006,
into our first year of college, actually.
That's weird. I'm thinking about it, I'm like, some
Yeah.
of the people watching may be younger than our friendship. Weird. Old.
But
Most
I mean,
of the people
uh,
watching are definitely younger than our friends.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Nate and I have known each other since like 1990.
4, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
Since,
grade.
since before there were like
Before internet was like in everybody's
before
house.
32 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
Before Al Gore invented the internet.
before Google.
That'd be before the Nintendo 64. Yeah. So pretty old.
Yeah.
Since the 64, I've
And-
been in love with Smash
And we've been
Bros.
friends for like
Nathan.
Wait, we're friends?
5 years? 6 years?
Really? Wow. Okay.
Something
Yeah,
like-
that's
5 years, I guess. Right?
Well, wait, when did you have
2012?
your birthday? What's your birthday to celebrate? Was it 6 years for your birthday, or was it 7?
What?
We just celebrated
Like the Army
our
birthday?
Yeah, because I
6th year.
came a year after.
2011, yeah.
So yeah, we've been friends for 5 years ish.
Yeah. Good question.
And Peter and I have been dating for like 2-ish years,
There you
Well,
go.
going on 3.
I was gonna say we're almost at a 3-year.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's a lot of questions.
AJ Tan, how do you become a good YouTuber?
Well, whoever asked that, I'm looking
Danny
for-
boy.
Danny boy, I'm glad you asked that.
Go to a convention and check out our panel about
We do a panel on this,
2 hours
actually.
long.
Sorry, Peter.
It's okay.
It was funny.
You
to
trolled me. Well done.
I did. That was intentional.
I know.
There are a number of things you can do to be a good YouTuber. We do a panel and we talk about them. What are some really basic ones though? We just
I don't know. We don't do most of them.
okay. Touche. The algorithm changes a lot, so keep track of the changes in like the YouTube news and stuff like that. Which I don't know how to find that exactly. I mean, Pat does a good job of outlining it on his channel a lot.
General rule of thumb: at least a video a week. General rule of thumb: have good thumbnails. General rule of thumb:
Thumbnails.
Label your video with like good keywords and not like my favorite things, because no one's gonna probably look for AJ's favorite things on YouTube, but they might look for like Amiibo or like best Amiibo or things like that.
Unless
they
you're
might
Markiplier, then they'll look for that.
True.
Markiplier's favorite. Well, if Markiplier is one of your favorite things, maybe saying like my favorite Markiplier, funny jokes or something like that. You can probably get more views on a video just by using better words other people will search for.
And do stuff you like. That's important because if you're doing something once a week, you're gonna burn out eventually. But it'll take a longer time to burn out if you're doing something you like.
And if you do burn out, be sure to like get some downtime, talk to your friends, get re-inspired, watch other YouTubers or other like media things like movies, listen to music.
Miss Bird's got a really cool process for
Yeah.
dealing with burnout. You basically keep a large backlog of videos that are just straight up ready to post. And you can post those anytime that you're not feeling like you can make a video that day,
It's true.
which is
I
kind of
can do
brilliant.
that.
So that's I wish we could do that, but making like a bunch of musicals that we're just sitting on is a bad plan for our channel. But backlog can be really helpful.
Let's go ahead and do this one because you guys. Oh gosh darn it! How did you do this, Miss Bird? There we go. It just like takes a second before it.
That's really weird. I don't know
Okay,
why it's-
well, thanks, Window. You guys are going to be the best ones to answer this one, but Kiriana, question: if you watch anime, what's your favorite anime? Also, love you, Miss Bird. Beard salute. I don't watch a lot of anime. I'll be honest. I wish I did. I used to.
And he's the one that always wants to go to conventions.
Yeah, well, I
He's
like
silly.
the people
He
and
likes
the
people.
atmosphere.
No, he
and
likes
like-
talking about himself.
Oh.
That's
I like to do that too. That's why live chats are so much fun. The anime I enjoy probably most is Sergeant Frog. It's like the first anime I think I ever watched, and I really liked it.
Karawa Shonen
Oh.
Deska Zombie Warataru.
Korewa Zombie Desuka. I was trying to watch that. I got like 4 or 5 episodes in. It was pretty weird. Cardcaptor Sakura I was watching. No, I don't watch enough. What do you guys watch?
Miss Bird and I recently finished up watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that was fantastic in pretty much every way. I also don't watch very much anime, but she's kind of helping me to get into it. So
Yeah, I'm taking them all through things that people need to see before.
She just introduced me to Oran Academy, which is
Oran High School Host Club.
Oran High School Host Club at Oran Academy.
Yes.
And it's hysterical and absurd, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I turned him on to that one because for Best Fiends, he wanted some graphical help. And the way he was describing it, I was all like, well, maybe you should look at Oran.
She was wrong. It was a totally different thing that I was looking for.
Yeah, because he didn't explain it well. And I was like, well, the way he explained it made it sound like, oh, well, Oran might be a good fit.
No.
And then it wasn't, but he liked the anime, so then we started watching that. I don't really have a favorite anime, but right now I'm going through Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto? And that is so dumb and hilarious. I am enjoying it immensely. So I recommend that to go watch.
Yeah, I think you watch, Nate.
I don't really watch anime that much. I'm kind of generic in my favorite anime. My favorite anime is Cowboy Bebop. Like,
Oh, that's a good one.
I have to make him watch that.
it's not like a. I mean, you watch a lot more, so everything you say, I'm like, I've never heard of that.
Like everybody's heard of
Like me, I'm
Cowboy
like,
Bebop.
I like Cowboy Bebop. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's about as
everyone's heard of Cowboy
mainstream.
Bebop, but yeah, I watched that way back when it was on Adult Swim at like 1 in high school.
Yep, same.
And I liked it. I did watch like Trigun. I watched that.
You guys had TV in high school?
Yeah, I had cable.
Did
I
you
would
not
stay
have
up till-
TV in high school?
I had a pair of antennas that could barely reach any channels.
I'm
Well, that's why you
sorry
get
for
video
loss.
games, Peter.
Yes.
Video games
That's why
are
I
for
was in
people who don't have
marching band,
TV.
AJ.
That's why you had a computer, right? You made those little coding graphical things.
Well, I did-
that wasn't.
That's why you
elementary
made your
school
own
for you?
videos to watch.
I did do stuff on computers. I don't know what you're asking.
I
though.
don't remember what I'm asking.
Okay. I mean, I did write a cool piece of code that took like your input text and converted it into an absurdly complex algorithm it was cool. Anyway. Anyway.
Do you want to read this next question,
That's
Peter?
what Peter did in high school.
Peter's smart, and
While
I love
watched
it.
Cowboy Bebop.
The Masked Mewtwo. Hey, Sparrow, what is the origin behind the nickname Miss Bird?
I don't know, AJ. What's the origin behind the nickname
Well-
Miss Bird?
I don't know. I feel like it was Peter. What is the origin behind the nickname Miss Bird?
You're the one that gave it to me, dumbass.
Okay.
Excuse my language.
I felt like Peter was gonna be like, I don't know, Nate. What's the origin? Like, whoa.
So she has been named Sparrow in my world for pretty much ever. She has a name that's not Sparrow, but nobody
No,
I knew
it's
ever
literally
used it.
asking about Miss Bird.
Okay.
But
Right?
that's, yeah, that's where
Miss Bird
it
is
originated.
part of Sparrow. Like
yes, okay. I
You
okay.
dumb.
yeah, there was a phase where we called her the Beast of the Air.
It's true. They
in the
did do
middle,
that.
because that's like what a bird is it's like a beast that flies in the air. But
She
that
didn't like
evolved.
that.
Yeah, that evolved into Miss Bird, which is probably a lot more pleasant. sound.
Yeah, she was like, I don't like being a beast. It doesn't feel right.
So now she is a Miss instead.
Uh-huh.
A Miss Bird, in fact.
Not a Mrs. Bird, which many people end up
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a Mrs. Bird. I'm not a Mistress Bird. Just,
Never seen that one before.
I'm not
I just-
an MS Bird.
I'm thinking of like
You called me Bird for a
a
while
Miss and
before
like a
you called me
Sir.
Miss
They're
Bird.
like the same.
Really?
Yeah, he
Just-
used to
just
call me
Bird?
Bird.
Bird.
I mean,
And
we
then,
yeah.
still call you Bird.
and then I
sometimes.
don't know. He decided to be cute one day and started calling me Miss B.
Miss Bird.
And then
Yeah,
calling me
Miss
Miss
B.
Bird. And then
It's true.
Okay.
yeah,
It tends to have this evolution like that.
it evolved.
Yeah. So good question. That's the origin of Miss Bird's
Yep.
name. Hyperplays. I wonder how many takes does it take till you guys do the final take. So
don't know
about
what
how
that
many
means.
tries does it take before we get a good take of something
I mean, it
usually?
depends on the
Depends on
difficulty
the-
of the order.
Okay. What is the... So sometimes we'll do it on the first take.
Yeah.
And we just move on. Do you guys feel like there are any shots we took like a million years on that we just kept doing over and over and over again?
Yeah.
There's one in a blooper reel, I think for Paperboy, because we even counted it. It was like 30 takes of throwing a paper into a mailbox from like 2 feet away. So those are probably the ones that we do the most. Our stupid ones that we're like, this is so easy. Let's just do it and just move
I was
on.
gonna say stuff where you have to like hit a target.
Yeah.
He's like, nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope.
Those are the ones we
quick
do.
takes,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. Those are the ones we do the most. Plus, they're fun.
What were you
I
thinking
think-
of, Sparrow?
Oh, I can rattle off all the things that you guys have done, like multiple takes of that have taken way too long, and it's just like, oh, just pick one. But one that came to mind recently is the Tattletale over here when we were filming the tape or whatever. I wasn't grabbing it right, so we have like 20 takes of me grabbing it really awkwardly and badly and stuff. So we had to like do it over and
Yeah.
over and over. So that's something that came to mind. Then there was something with Godzilla and you. You kept like coming away from the bar stupidly or something, and you hated it
Okay.
like every time. So we had to like take that again and again and again.
All right, so sometimes we'll do like 5 or 6 takes of something with people.
Also,
we don't usually do more than that, though.
we very rarely only do one take. Usually, if
excuse
we
me.
think we nail it on the first take, we take one more take, one more overall successful take, just so that we have some sort of option or, safety in case we were wrong in that we got a good take on the first one. So usually we do at least 2.
I'm gonna say a good counterexample of that is like Arms. We didn't do a lot of.
Yes.
Yeah.
With our Arms musical, we did a lot of one takes only because it was different. It was a music video
Yeah.
instead of like lip syncing to music. So as long as AJ running with the arms looked good, it would match what we needed. So we didn't do a lot of extra takes for that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So on average, I'd say we do 2 or 3 takes of something. Well, let's see. The Traveler. Question: what are your worst fears? I'm trying to find out for the game. Sorry, it's so weird. That is kind of weird. I feel like I should expect like severed heads or spiders or something in like a box delivered to our house.
I'm honestly not afraid of anything.
I'm not afraid of everything. What
No.
a boring answer.
Sorry.
So, if you're not afraid of everything, then are you afraid of nothing? Would you say?
I mean, after
Nothing.
that Night Vale episode.
I want nothing. so-
Nothing. So, the space between nothing and everything is what she's afraid of.
I mean, I guess I'm afraid of fear, but that's
It's the only thing we have to fear.
yeah.
Are you
Spirit
afraid
itself.
of abandonment?
Not
And
really.
spiders.
I hate abandonment. I don't want it, but I'm not afraid of it because I've already experienced it.
I'm kind of afraid of spiders. I think they're a little creepy. Also snakes.
Aren't you afraid of clowns and dolls
Also
and stuff?
clowns.
So he's really afraid.
Also,
of snakes and
especially dead
clowns.
people, I think. I really don't like dead people.
Do they
No
know about
offense
the story?
to the dead people
About
watching.
your grandma?
When I was little, my grandma died standing next to me and fell almost on top of me.
And
So-
Queen.
And that's the end of that story.
Also, what game is he talking about?
I don't know.
Might be like a fan game or something.
Oh, don't put me in a fan game.
Or it might be
You do not
just a
have my
game
consent for
where
that.
you just.
You have it
worst
here
fears.
first. Don't put Miss Bird in a fan game. I have a fear of failure, and it exhibits it manifests itself in very unusual ways. Like I spiral into this deep hatred of myself if I start to fail and then keep on failing in certain tasks like driving or certain creative tasks or what are some of the other ones, Miss Bird?
What? I'm sorry.
Music mixing stuff, maybe.
Am I useless?
I was talking
Fear
about
of failing.
yeah,
right?
failing my spirals. I was trying to figure out like what were the main spiral categories that I end up.
Well, it's
with.
usually your work. Sometimes it's coffee. He'll
spilling, like
Yeah.
making some kind of absurd mess that would have been really easy to just not do by not spilling.
Sometimes it's expectations. Like, he'll go, "Oh man, we're gonna have a great trip," and then something arbitrary goes wrong, and then that ruins the whole trip because he's in
Yeah.
a spiral of, "Well, I failed, so that means everything sucks."
So, yeah, that's terrifying for me.
But not like physical things like dead people or snakes.
I'm
Or
fascinated
clowns?
by dead people, so
don't
I'm sorry that you're
understand.
afraid of them.
They're scary.
In my opinion, when you ask what are you afraid of, you have to kind of actively be afraid of it. Now, sure, if like a killer spider clown broke into my house with a shotgun axe, I'd be terrified. But like, I'm not afraid of that happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am
fair.
legitimately afraid of.
Yeah, I guess
Failing.
that's a good point. I think I'm afraid of things in the moment, but like when people go, "What are you afraid of?" I'm literally afraid of nothing.
Yeah. So.
And
do
by
you-
nothing, I mean there is no fear. Not that I'm afraid of nothing.
No fear. Are you actually afraid of like spiders all the time, or
No.
just when
And
you see them?
When I see them, like in the moment, yeah,
I was asking him.
I'm
but,
sorry.
yeah.
You looked at me. I thought your eyes
like
were on
it's
me.
not like an
Of course
omnipresent
they
like I hope a dead person doesn't fall out of this thing when I open it, and yet of things that if like I come across them or experience them, that is one of those things that I'm like of reasonable things, because most of us will probably go through our lives and never actually
Holy
get attacked by
bleep,
serial
is that a dead body?
So it's more like I don't know. That's what I think
That's pretty annoying.
is part of my.
I've seen that.
Also, what your imagination puts in
Right.
there, like. Honestly, when I go outside at night, like, and it's dark outside, like, I thought I was getting watched once by somebody, which is funny because we had a neighbor that used to watch us just, like, across the street.
It's true, we did.
But we've had, like, like, things like that, or, like, I'll hear, like, dogs or something like that. There are things that make me jumpy.
Page down, Sparrow.
Oh, well.
So, I'm just a scared person.
I wanted to scroll through them
I have many
and
fears.
read.
Got it.
So, Nate, did we touch on any of your fears?
My biggest fear usually is heights. Not so much. I guess it's not usually heights that you're afraid of. It's
That's a good point.
the fear
I know
of
exactly.
falling and dying.
Yeah, I don't like the free
But it's
fall
weird
feeling
because me and
either.
AJ both don't like heights, and that's why he doesn't like roller coasters. And
I don't
that's
like
why
the drop.
I love roller coasters.
I don't like drops. I don't like feeling like my insides go like into my throat. I don't like that.
I like it when that happens to your insides.
Because I actually enjoy that falling in safety. I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, if I'm actually falling and I'm like, I'm gonna die when I hit the end of this fall, then yeah.
Yeah, I do not like the sensation.
Which is
of
why
being
when we were at
dropped.
SodaCon, like I said, I really enjoyed the turbulence we had over
The turbulence was kind of fun.
over Colorado.
That was
'cause
like Big Thunder Mountain.
It was like
level
Thunder
turbulence.
Mountain. I was like,
I was like,
"Whoa!"
I'm okay with that.
See, that's another thing, like, I'm afraid of in the moment. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid of a lot of things, like, in the moment, like, if it's happening, but, like, just thinking about it, no.
Yeah.
There we go. Nate, there was a question for you, but
yeah, I
can
didn't
write
really
it.
want to answer that because they're stupid.
Okay.
Copy that.
I would have
Shit.
said, I
Moving
don't.
on.
This question is dumb.
All right.
Same person keeps asking
Uh,
questions.
Hey, no, I didn't tell you to turn on. No.
I'm sorry that you're watching Despicable Me 3 today.
Hey, it could be fun. You don't
It's
know.
in the nice theater.
Oh, yeah, it is,
We,
isn't
we
it?
could all watch it in the
Yeah,
nice
we
theater.
Oh,
We could get
I have to
our-
wait till Miss Gwendolyn comes back.
Okay, well, if you're going to see
I
Despicable
have to make
3,
Miss
I will not be
Gwendolyn.
going with you.
Neither will I.
I've seen
Neither
the
will
first,
Guys, you
I've only
guys.
seen the first one, and even then, I was like,
It's good that you found a girlfriend that likes your shitty taste, bad taste in movies.
Hey, there are some fun movies. We've watched worse. Yeah, we've watched.
I've-
worse.
Like
I'm not-
Spider Babe. Go look up Spider Babe, children.
Don't. No. Don't. You're not allowed to do that.
Would you please not?
That's literally a lawsuit. Don't do that, guys.
What do you mean it's a lawsuit?
Advocating them to maybe watch things outside their ratings, or I don't even know if it is rated because I don't know who made that crap and how it exists. There are a lot of terrible movies
I
out
mean,
there.
I wouldn't say Gwen particularly likes the bad movies.
No.
She just puts
She
up
fell
with them
asleep
to
in The
be with
Wicker Man.
AJ.
Yeah, she fell asleep watching Wicker Man. movie, so
Guys, put question before your questions because it's really
I
hard
was
to
like,
sort.
yeah,
Nah,
thank you.
it's not.
Nah. Oh, I can't do it.
Why don't you go down again?
I will. Let me.
There was a
There.
simple question.
And then the silence.
Oh, we haven't answered that one this stream
Huh?
yet. The replayed question.
Where is it?
That's a common question that is coming up nowadays. It's down, I think. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wait, no.
Where?
It was up. There. YouTube video game lover wants to know, can you continue replayed?
Oh.
Gotcha. And if you do
Okay.
continue replayed, will you play Smash Brothers? First
sorry.
of all,
Oof.
none of us are. Maybe I don't know if Nate's good at Smash Brothers, but the rest of us, like, you're better than all of us, but you
Yeah.
still can't hold your own
Nate
anymore.
and I are probably the best. I don't know between the two of us. We probably both get whomped if we play online with any of you guys.
I'm
So-
very out of practice. I haven't played
Yeah.
Smash Brothers in years.
And I suck at it. I just down B with Yoshi. That's it.
I
Yeah, he
hate
does.
Smash Bros. I find like it's a very loose and clanky fighter, and it's boring, and I don't like it. Sorry.
I liked it best in the early days. I like the N64 one. I think is my favorite because the mechanics are just like so simple and like all the hits like have knockback, and I really like that. Like there's no like punching bag feel of like characters that just don't get moved by your like attacks and stuff. So that one felt the most like platformy because there's a lot of physical movement going on.
Nice.
Also, it's kind of floaty. People don't like that, but I'm like made it really easy to just like platform fight. Nowadays, it's all combos and stuff.
But continuing Replayed, as far as I know, they'll probably correct me, it's basically dead for an indefinite period of time.
I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah, we frequently talk about how much fun it would be to bring it back, but we're not going to bring it back for no audience. So it only comes back if enough people want it back. And
before you guys go, well, you have like thousands of views on the videos. They have like hundreds of thousands of views on their musicals. That's kind of the ballpark they're looking for.
ARMS did poorly. It has 100,000 views.
Yeah.
in like a week. That's pretty good.
That's poor on our channel at this point, and it doesn't make much sense.
On Replayed, the best anything ever got in like
40?
a day was like, not counting Yandere Simulator, was like 2,000, I think.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to ARMS.
In a week, the absolute best a Replayed video can do is about maybe 10,000 views, but that's like the unusual case. That's like the Hello Neighbor of our channel, which was 12 million views.
So if you want to like look at it this way, we all either need jobs or we need to make enough on YouTube to survive. A video on Replayed will make between about $2 and $20. And you think, who could you get, that you could hire
Our Dead Space
to make
ones made like 80 cents.
Yeah. Who are you going to pay 80 cents to edit a Let's Play? Like, no one can survive taking jobs for 80 cents once a week. It can't be done. And you can't make enough if you made them do it full time. So the question is, why would you pay them 80 cents to stop and do this thing when you could, basically be making a lot more than that, real money, making a YouTube video for our other channel that's not a gaming one. So, sorry, that's a really complicated way of just being like, we can actually survive on Random Encounters. Replayed will not make even one of us enough money to survive on.
Yeah.
So if we all have to have jobs or do YouTube, we're going to choose YouTube, but we're going to choose the YouTube that actually pays us to work on
They
it.
used to give me $50 to upkeep Replayed, and that was a loss to them. Just to put that in perspective.
I was like, well, we like doing it, so just spend that. But yeah, it became an issue of going, it's not worth, we still have to be in those videos, and we can't pay ourselves enough to be in the videos when we should be making something else on Random Encounters.
And it's, go ahead.
One thing I did want to mention is I personally am considering starting up my own channel to do basically vlogs about stuff that I find really important, because I find that working on Random Encounters is really fantastic, but we have to be really, really, really ad friendly on this channel. And sometimes I want to talk about things that might offend some people. So I'm considering it. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes. Again, the whole issue of I have to pay myself or I need a job. So, yeah, that might happen. Silence.
Yeah. So, because Replayed ended, I did start my own gaming channel to kind of have a Replayed-esque channel. I have put Peter on it sometimes and stuff. It's not like it's not a direct translation to, oh, this is a Random Encounters gaming channel,
Yeah,
but
it's not REO.
it was a response. So if that's of any interest, that does exist. So.
It's called Sketty Yeti.
Oh yes, it is.
Let's see. I guess we could talk about this, right? Because we haven't really done the update yet.
Fair.
Okay. So Tim Zagers has a question. Probably a lot of you do as well. What are your plans for future musicals?
Friday the 13th, the game. Probably not.
No, probably.
Oh.
We talked about this at SoCon. I pointed out, we've kind of already been keeping Friday the 13th was something we were looking at for June instead of ARMS, but we did ARMS instead because ARMS seemed a lot more simple, and we barely got that done before we went to SoDatCon, so I'm not sure we would have finished Friday the 13th on time. But I pointed out in South Dakota to Peter that there is a Friday the 13th in October this month, which would be the time to release that.
And then Miss Bird pointed out to me that is my birthday.
It's true. It is his birthday.
Huh.
Peter had to be pointed out that October 13th is his
Let him know, Peter. Let him know.
So Peter gets to be killed on his birthday, maybe. We'll see. He's like, I've always wanted this since I was a small boy.
I can't say we're 100% committing to that, but it seems
Like 75%.
likely that might
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. We also have, of course, well, actually, I'll talk about that in a minute. We're considering a Splatoon musical because Splatoon 2 is coming out. We are considering a kindergarten musical because you all want it, though that one is really difficult because it's just so brutal, as AJ pointed out, said earlier. Miss Bird was like, guys, don't do a kindergarten. You haven't played the game. This thing is really bloody, really brutal, really disturbing, and, well, it is.
But challenge accepted because we've done Tetris, which has like no story
No story at
whatsoever.
all.
We've done Honey Pop, which is full of smuttiness, and we did that okay. So
I didn't say don't do it. I
Sure.
said if
You just be careful.
I said if you stick to the plot or whatever, then I'm not going to help you with it because of my trauma in my childhood.
yeah, I think we can. I'm not guaranteeing that we will, but I started playing it the other night, thinking these are fun characters. This does lend itself pretty well to doing a musical number. So
when I watched some of the gameplay, I was like, these are really fun characters. If we could just take out the horribleness, these are really amusing characters to watch go through their day and be little
Brats.
children brats. I was gonna say something worse, and I was like, oh, don't say that.
So we'll see. Kindergarten
Yeah.
could be a thing. What else have we talked about? I have a prop here actually. Figure we have to prove that we are working on Bendy actively. So, behold, this is not accurate to the game. I know that, but we have taken some creative liberties, and this is in fact Bendy's ink machine.
Turn it to its side so they can see the.
Sure.
There we go. Yeah.
It's not finished. It does have some hookup hoses that go in to pump fluids and electricity and such, and it will also have some electric paneling on the side here to keep it operating smoothly.
You
But
are just making a smudgy mess with all your fingerprints all over the.
that's okay. That's okay. You think this is bad? Wait till you see the musical and Bendy's like covered in like fingerprints. Yeah, you're gonna be able to like just take my fingerprints by like scanning the video and like, pausing someplace.
Brilliant.
And then you'll find it's like Peter's fingerprints instead. But, so yeah. Anyway, we've been working on this
by the
for a
Eggman.
while, and it does have more work and touch-ups it needs. But this is what the ink machine in our version is going to look like. And I know the real one's got like gears that turn and stuff.
Oh, right.
For stop
the
motion,
ink,
it's going to be hard.
It's not going to be actual ink in it. We're going to be using clay to represent the ink.
Yeah, so we'll be able to have more control out of the ink that comes out of it and such. But yeah, so Bendy and the Ink Machine is really happening, and this is the first, I think, semi-finished piece.
Well,
of
I mean, we have the
important-
characters, but
Yeah, that's a good point. They're more
but
important.
we already showed those during our surprise birthday live stream.
That's true. Yeah. So,
So go check that out if you want to see the characters.
did we talk about Splatoon yet?
Wait, I mentioned it, but there's
Okay.
not much to say.
Yeah, we don't have a lot to say about that one, but we are still working on something for Splatoon, and Splatoon 2 comes out this month, which I'm very excited for. Anything
It came
else?
out in August.
No.
It comes out in July.
Rabbids comes out in August, so if we want to make a Mario plus Rabbids
No,
musical,
What are we
now's our
doing in
chance.
August, AJ?
We're gonna celebrate my birthday. We're gonna go to medieval times because my birthday is in August.
Yeah, we are.
There was a question.
Yeah.
Why is the R upside down? And the answer is because we didn't have a custom backwards R. So AJ was just like, "Oh, we'll flip this upside
She
down."
was like that actually.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Miss Bird.
I found them on clearance and I was all like, whatever. And then
Yeah.
we were like, well, this is dumb. Why can't we just, make it backwards?
There's no
Because-
lights on the backside,
Yeah.
so if we turn it around so it's actually backwards, you won't see any lights
Yeah.
turn on.
Anyway,
We'd have to make holes in it and stuff, and I don't want to make the work, so it's upside down. Y'all get the picture.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, I see your request for Matt, Pat, and Steph in the kindergarten musical.
No.
question: will we make another Shovel Knight musical?
No.
Shovel Knight.
Random.
I don't think we need it.
Werewolf.
We did start talking about our Christmas song though the other day. We've
did?
like started narrowing. Yeah, Nate
Me
and I
and AJ were talking about it.
started
briefly.
narrowing down what Christmas songs we haven't touched yet because every year around the holidays we make some sort of a Christmas carol into a video game thing. So
Carol of the Bells and have Animal Crossing characters.
we've talked about that, but I don't want to touch Animal Crossing right now. That's too much.
But it's confirmed.
Confirmed what?
There's a new Animal Crossing coming out.
I didn't see a confirmation of that. I remember they talked about a mobile Animal Crossing thing, but
That's a new Animal Crossing coming out.
I don't think I saw a date on it. Doody doo 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 doo.
Do 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 do.
Thank you for picking up that song.
You're welcome.
Whatever that song is.
I don't know. Beats me. We're trying to find questions. Good questions.
There was a question about collabs. I know you want to always go on a tangent about that. It's down a little bit.
Yeah, I think I saw that one too.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then.
That's fine. We'll do
the
it.
one that's about
Then it's up.
exposure.
Oh, was it up?
Yeah, it's about like I don't know. I saw Game Grumps and help.
Oh yeah, that one.
There it is.
All right, so Buddy6584 has a suggestion question. Why not cross over on other YouTubers' channels like Game Grumps or Matthias? It can help with promotion.
I mean, mostly because people don't ask us to.
Yeah, it'd be easier if they wanted us to do that.
YouTubers
That
have their
and-
own lives.
yeah.
It's hard to invade and schedule and all these things. It sounds good on paper, but like all YouTubers don't just live in like a big commune where they get to constantly. I mean, some YouTubers obviously do live very close to each other, and that's why you'll see them working together all the time. But
Didn't we talk, AJ, about like buying, getting really rich and buying a giant like apartment complex,
Yeah,
and
it's
just
super
bringing as
fun.
many YouTubers as we could into those apartment complexes?
Yeah, because a lot of them would not want to live like that.
Yeah, no.
Some
but
of them are
it would be
extremely
really
not social.
amusing to be like, here is basically a giant collective of YouTubers that all work on each other's channels, and
Yeah.
it was a cool idea, but like,
Yeah,
no one wants to do
impractical.
that.
Yeah, looking at it
We want our own
now.
lives.
Yeah, most of us don't want to be that close or findable to the other ones so that they can just come knock on the door. Be like, come film with me. So yeah, we're not opposed to, sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. It's fine.
We're not opposed to working with people like Matthias or the Game Grumps. But we have to have access to them, so that requires having like a way to reach them that they'll actually answer back. Twitter is not necessarily a good way to do that. They need to actually be able to participate or contribute somehow. And you say, it doesn't matter, they don't have to sing. Well, if they start going, you're going to go, yeah, this was not a real music video. And they're going to look at it and go, I hate it, I look stupid, I feel uncomfortable, don't put that up. And suddenly all of us wasted our time, we've soured a relationship, and you guys get nothing out of it. So if they're not a good fit for what we're making, we should not be using them, lest they see it and go, how could you have told me this would be okay? And then the third time is sometimes we do talk to them, and sometimes they are a good fit, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, scheduling or otherwise. So Game Grumps was a good example of that. We talk about it actually quite frequently, that back when John and Aaron were doing Game Grumps together, we tried to do a musical with them, and they were just busy and wanted to do their own things, and then they fractured and went off different directions. So, you know, that's part of life.
Miss Bird.
The thing that I've noticed the problem with your collabs is that you get a bunch of fans who don't care who you are anymore. And so it's really hard to keep a channel going when
Yeah.
you get all these fans, you know, say for, Bob's McGee, and they're all like, where's Bob's McGee? But put Bob's McGee in the musical, and then it
Yeah.
becomes less about random encounters and it's more about Bob's McGee.
That's a really good point.
I'd like to clarify.
Kind of rude.
I think they meant, why don't you show up in other people's videos?
Oh, okay, so not making music videos.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think what they meant was, why don't you actually cross-pollinate to other people's channels? And that's why I was like,
Okay.
because people don't invite us.
Yeah, I was going to
They
say,
don't invite you then.
that's the
That's
answer.
true.
Because we don't get invited to just about
But
anything.
it would be a pretty effective way of doing it,
Yeah.
because then you get a bunch of people who, the only reason they could possibly hit subscribe is if they really wanted to, because they would have had to click